The Wood Shop is sponsored by these fine companies and viewers like you. Hi, I'm Carl from the Woodshoptv. This is the follow-up for the Lichtenberg burning system I demonstrated on Friday. This piece here, I was playing around with this weekend, so I put a little bit of acrylic paint in it. I'll put a big picture up here in a second, but I did half of it, I clear coated it, and the other half I didn't there. So on this side, I sprayed this with clear lacquer before I started painting it, after I cleaned it all out, and I was trying to eliminate some of the bleed out on it. It did a pretty good job. I didn't spray anything on this, and it looks all right too, but then I put a clear coat over the top of it, and it really makes it pop when you put that clear coat over it. And that's just airbrush paint. I got a vibrant red. I think it really cool. So something like this, I was thinking you could do a landscape scene. You could either have it be lightning, or you could turn it over and have it be trees that are on fire or something, and then you could draw or paint something down there. But it's very cool. I think on the I said in the video too, I couldn't get it to follow a line, but I was messing around with it and I got it to do it. So, I mean, it's Halloween's coming up. So on this one, I think the press board is a little different than regular wood, because on regular wood, it's going to try and follow the grain a little bit. On the press board, it's so even that I just painted took a paintbrush, painted a circle, did the stem, just painted a smiley face, hit that, and then I painted this whole area here and did the eyes and the nose. Because I used a small paintbrush, there's really no detail like these areas here. So I went ahead and used a larger paintbrush, and it did the same thing. It followed it pretty well, but there's a lot more detail in it, so that's why. But I just sanded it off. That's why I was just messing around. But I was messing around doing a tree. I want to, make the trunk a lot bigger than that, so you kind of have to play around with that too to get it to fill in. But it did follow the lines I drew pretty good. Two things I didn't mention in the video, and the first one is the solution. So it's baking soda and water, and it does stain the wood. No matter what wood you're using, it's going to stain it. So you can see on the pumpkin and the trees. So what you do is, after you're all done, you go ahead and paint the whole surface with the solution, and that way it'll just stain it all the same color. So keep that in mind. And the other thing, I had a couple of questions on this too. So why are there two probes? There are two probes because idle hands to a woodworker is a recipe for disaster. I've seen some bunch of people making these things, and they asked Charles and to explain why. So here is why. You could just have one of these leads come out here to an alligator clip and hook onto the board, and then you can just move this one around wherever you want. But if that's the case, your tendency is going to be either to lean on the table or go, oh, look pretty. So Charles deliberately did this so that your hands would be occupied when you're doing this. Both these prongs have to be on the board. It's much safer than just having one prong. So that's why I did that. I was messing around. I have a demo coming up in Kansas City on October 1st and 2nd, so I was practicing my off-center goblets, and I went ahead and burnt that. That's locust. I didn't sand it or anything. I was just kind of playing around, but it's kind of cool. I was trying to get it to, I held it down here and here. It won't go around the corners. It wants to start running around the bead. I did get it to go around one of them, but most of the time it would just start going around the piece. It wouldn't go all the way down, until I started moving it down. But it's very cool, very cool. So yeah, I'll do one of those and finish it. I think that was about all the questions I had, and I know. Just be safe with it, read the instructions, and before you even fire this thing up. But the way the system's set up, it's as safe as you're going to get using something like this. I don't have any worries with it at all. It's especially with the two prongs, you're going to be okay. Okay, but read the description below this video because I have a big disclaimer about how I'm not an expert in anything, so read the instructions first. All right, again, I'm going to be in Kansas City. If you're in the area, I have a class on Friday for the Kansas City Woodturners. I'll put a link down below in the description to their webpage. And on Saturday, we're doing an all-day demo. So I'm doing a demo on off-center goblets, the yin-yang platter, lidded boxes, and I'm going to do a little bit with the milliput and what was it? Oh, I'm bringing some paint chips to play around with too, so it should be fun. I did get 2 stickers this week. One from Jim, from Jim's Son. Jim's Son Stuff. Jim's Son Stuff. That's hard to say, but thank you very much, Jim. And Jim's the one that introduced us all to the milliput, so I'll get that put up on the wall. Thank you. And I got one headed back your way, and I got another one from Ozzy at Ozzy Woodworks. He spells it W-E-R-X. Very cool. So thank you. And I got those headed back your way, guys. I think that is about it. I will keep posting some pictures of this on Facebook and Reddit and some different places on my website. So I'm going to be doing some more stuff, and I'm going to get some epoxy to fill it in and play around with that too. But it's very, very fun to play around with, and you can do some really creative things with it. All right, I think that's it. If this is your first time here, I have a new project video every Friday on my main channel. I'll put a link down below in the description to that. Until next week, take care.